So I'm having a chat with Lukas Setto. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks. How are you, sir?
Yeah, great. Thank you very much. So firstly, we are playing a brand new single of yours called Here You Are. What can you tell us about the track?
Well, firstly, thank you very much for the support. It's very much appreciated.
Pleasure.
But yeah, it's a track. I've always wanted to do a track like this, and I think with the emergence of Silk Sonic and what they're doing, I mean, I love Bruno Mars, Anderson .Paak anyway, but you know, them teaming up and doing what they're doing, it just gave me that incentive to do a track like Here You Are. I mean, I love 70s soul, so I just thought, you know what, I'm going to do something like that, and yeah, then it was born. Recorded it middle to the end of last year, and yeah, just excited about putting it out, and the reaction has been fantastic.
Yeah, for sure. And last year you released a couple of EPs. Are we gearing up towards another bigger release?
Yeah, so I've this year I want to put out as much as I can, really. I mean, and I've got the singles ready, and hopefully it'll be followed by an album, which will probably be late summer, early autumn time. So yeah, that's the plan. No date confirmed for an album yet, but definitely got more releases on the horizon very soon. I've got an acoustic mix, actually, of Here You Are coming out on the 4th of March. So, yeah, look out for that.
Yeah, absolutely. And with lockdown and quarantining that's been going on due to the pandemic, you've obviously had plenty of time to be writing. So how are the singles that you've got coming out, how is the album going to be sounding compared to the music of yours that's already out there?
I think... yeah, it's obviously having that time to write and focus and, you know, put it all together. Yeah, I think that, you know, the next couple of singles, again, they've got a lot of energy, you know, up-tempo tracks. And, yeah, I think the album will be much of the same. I'll throw some ballads in there just to, you know, change it up. But, yeah, I think with the releases I've got coming out this year, they've got a commercial element to them. I wanted to go a little bit more mainstream with the soul R&B that I'm doing. So that will be definitely on show with the next few singles, I would say.
Good. And obviously with the releases having come about over the last couple of years or so, but having not been able to tour and gig as much as you probably would have liked, what's this year shaping up to be like?
Yeah, it's busy, which is great. I've always thought last year, how many gigs did I do last year? 2 in the whole of the year. And in 2020, I did 2 as well. So I did the gig 17th of March 2020, and then we went into lockdown on the 23rd. So nothing. I did a couple in October when we started to open up a little bit, but then that got shut down. And yeah, last year was... yeah, it was terrible for gigs. I mean, the first one I did was August, then I did one in September, then I caught COVID. I'm sure it was from the gig. So, and then I didn't have anything else. So this year I've got so many lined up. Mainly, like, end of April is when it starts really getting busy for me on the live front, and that goes all the way up until October. I'm pretty booked up. So that's exciting to get back out there and start performing again. And yeah, it's I thought it would be a busy year, because of, you know, everyone's been locked up and no one's been able to go to live music, really. So, yeah, it's getting very busy, which is a good thing. I'm not going to complain. It's nice.
Yeah, great stuff. And I can see you've got a couple of festivals already booked in for the summer. Are you planning on doing kind of the entire festival circuit this year?
I'd like to do as many as I can, yeah. I've got a few booked in. Another one just came in recently this week, that's for September, early September. So, yeah, it'd be nice. I mean, because I haven't done many festivals on the live scene. I tend to do, you know, the bars, the clubs, and that kind of, you know, concert type thing. But festivals is such a vibe. So, yeah, I'm going to try and get as many festivals booked in as I possibly can.
Yeah, that's great to hear. And obviously with the album hopefully coming out later this year, you've probably got a whole backlog of tracks that you want to kind of work on and get out there at some point. Is there a direction that you can see your music taking, kind of more the soul route or the R&B route? Is there more direction that you can see it going in, or are you unsure on where it's heading at the moment?
Probably. So if we take Here You Are as the benchmark, it's going to be mixtures of that kind of live sound, and then along with the R&B, which is more programmed sound. So I'm kind of mixing the two together because I love the live stuff in recording, but also I love to program. As a writer producer, I love to program drums like the R&B sound. So yeah, I think it'll be a mixture of both of them with a sprinkle of pop on there because I do like a good bit of pop music. So yeah, I guess that would be my take on the album and how it would sound.
Good. And you're relatively new to the music industry and releasing music just with a couple of EPs that are out there now. Yeah. So what was it that pushed you into doing this and getting you into doing this in the first place?
Oh, I've loved music for a long time. I mean, I've been in and around the industry for many years, but I think 2019 was my breakthrough year as Lukas Setto, and yeah, I think it was What Turns You On is one of my biggest tracks, and that was released in January 2019. And I think I put that out. I got to give a shout out to a lady called Shayla Prosper. I was writing and producing with her. I was writing a song for her with a guy called Mike Daly, who I wrote What Turns You On with. And she heard it. We'd done it. We'd recorded it. But it was kind of just sitting there, and I was doing some writing for her. She heard it and said, "You need to put that out." I hadn't really thought of putting it out, to be honest. I was working on other stuff. But I did, and the rest is history. I mean, it is literally catapulted me into the soul R&B scene. And yeah, I think I owe a lot to Shayla for saying you should do that and that song. So yeah, like I said, I've been in the industry for a while. I've done I've toured with Omar. I've supported Neo, Timbaland, Floetry a few years ago. But yeah, it's been the last 3 years, I guess. Releasing music has been really exciting, and yeah, it's just something I've always wanted to do, and an album as well I've always wanted to do. So yeah, I guess that's where it kind of kicked off for me.
And looking to the future as well, what's kind of the one thing that you do want to achieve at some point in your musical career, be it in the next couple of years or well into the future?
I'd love to, share my music with as many people as possible. So, there's a big wide world out there. So it would be nice to share it with as many, places as possible, and then potentially, tour them places, or at least go over there and do some performances. So that's my goal, to exposure, to get my name out there a little bit more for the masses to hear. And that, because when I do a gig and people are singing my song, it's a wonderful feeling. That was on my bucket list, to hold the mic to the crowd and have them sing my song. So if I could do that globally, that would be a dream for me.
Fantastic. Excellent. Well, Lukas, it's been a pleasure having a chat with you.
Thank you for having me, man.